and the Unicorn. The day before Christmas, Cynthia said, "This year, Mother, I don't want a sled. I don't want candy or skates or a doll. I'd like a little unicorn, and that is all." A unicorn, you know, is a little white horse with the tail of a lion and a horn, of course. "What?" laughed Mother. "Don't be absurd. Unicorn is a storybook word. Have you ever seen, since the day you were born, anything at all like a unicorn? There's a griffin in the attic, a troll beneath the stairs, and a mermaid in my bathtub who eats chocolate eclairs. I've seen them," said Cynthia, "and I know they're true. So why can't I dream of a unicorn too? If you must have a unicorn, speak to your father." Cynthia's father pretended to roar. "You might as well ask for a manticore. But a manticore is fierce. He might eat you up. Hadn't you better just settle for a pup?" Cynthia considered. "A pup is sweet, but I want a unicorn with flashing feet." "I see," said Father, "you've made up your mind, but unicorns aren't easy to find. Why don't you ask your griffin for his advice?" "I will," cried Cynthia, and kissed him twice. She raced up the stairs, flung open the door, and there sat the griffin on the dusty floor. What, he squawked with a wave of his wings, and they creaked with a screech like rusty springs. "You say you want a unicorn, they're far too shy. Why, often in captivity they sicken and die. Cream is the only food they find comestible. And as for color, they're most suggestible. Red makes them angry, blue makes them sad, green makes them fidgety, and orange makes them bad. You see," he continued, "if the legends are right, their favorite color is white on white. On a moonlit night, when the wind is right, if you walk in the woods without any light, and the dress you are wearing is a pure, sure white, if you don't take fright, then perhaps you might get a glimpse of a unicorn in a flashing light." "But how can I catch him?" Cynthia said. The griffin yawned. "It's time for bed, and I really think I must catch a wink. Why don't you ask the troll?" And before she could blink, he was folding his wings up, clink, clink, clink. The troll was lurking beneath the staircase, snarling and sneering with his not very fair face. "I am a troll, fierce as can be. Prepare to fight, or get ready to flee." Cynthia's knees knocked together a bit, but she drew a deep breath and budged not a whit. "You may be brave, and you may be bold, but you've got your weaknesses, so I've been told." "Weakness," he howled. "I don't quite follow you. I could open my mouth right now and swallow you." "Perhaps," said Cynthia. "But if you're so tough, how about the littlest Billy Goat Gruff? If a kid like that could make you a fool, how about me? I've been to school." The troll was embarrassed. "Well, you know, the Gruff affair was a long time ago. Let's call it water under the bridge." And believe it or not, he smiled just a smidge. "But what, little girl, can I do for you?" The griffin said that perhaps you knew the way to catch unicorns once you find them. Lure them with gumdrops. Creep up behind them. The troll sat down and thought for a while. "Unicorns have gone right out of style, and how to catch them I simply can't remember. I'm sure they're impossible to find in December." Cynthia wavered on the verge of tears. "I wanted a unicorn for years and years." "Whoa," said the troll. "Don't start a riot. If you're out to stalk unicorns, you must be quiet. Besides, I've thought of an excellent scheme. Go deep in the woods with a bowl of cream. Sit behind an old oak tree, shut your eyes, and if you're lucky, you'll get a surprise." "Oh, thank you," said Cynthia. "I'll go this minute. I'll find a forest with a unicorn in it." The woods at night was silvery white, the frosted over with soft starlight. There were shadows and squiggles and rustles and wriggles, and small things scurrying out of sight. Cynthia clutched her bowl of cream and hoped to goodness she wouldn't scream. She said to herself, if the griffin's not a liar, then no matter how shy I am, a unicorn shyer. The deeper she went, the more the path darkened, and the less she heard, the more she hearkened, till at last she was walking in silence so black, it felt like velvet upon her back. Suppose I get lost, and just as she spoke, she backed right into a sturdy oak. I'm in the forest, I found the tree, surely a unicorn will come find me. Then she heard a footfall, soft as a cat. Could a unicorn walk as slightly as that? Should she spring up and seize him? Let him get nearer? Cry, you're my prisoner? Then would he fear her? But suddenly a sprinkle made it plain. The patter of footsteps was the spatter of rain. Before she got home she was thoroughly wet, and not a glimpse of a unicorn yet. And oh, she was discouraged. She felt like crying. After all her wishing and all her trying, she still hadn't found her unicorn, and tomorrow it would be Christmas morn. So after the stockings were hung with care, she slipped upstairs with a chocolate eclair. In her big square bathtub, water was brimming, and round the mermaid was swimming. Oh, goody, she bubbled, my favorite treat. Cynthia, dear, you are terribly sweet. The mermaid trot water in chocolatey bliss, while Cynthia said, it started like this. And when she had finished, the mermaid looked disgusted. The griffin and the troll just aren't to be trusted. It's utterly mad to hunt unicorns with cream. The only way to catch them is in a dream. Drink a glass of milk, break a branch of willow, slide it gently beneath your pillow. Turn around 3 times, say your prayers, and go to sleep counting peaches and pears. Then if you dream of a unicorn, seize the willow branch and touch his horn. He will leap, he will plunge, he will try to run, but he must come with you when the dream is done. With a flip of her tail and a laugh most cheering, she dived through the water, quite disappearing. Cynthia lay in her small white bed with visions of peaches and pears in her head, and these were her dreams: a bright lake glistening, a princess high in a tower listening, the valley of violets, a golden trumpet, afternoon tea with jam and a crumpet, mother singing sweet and low, the sea soft surging, a cradle's glow, a flare of fireworks, a chiming bell, and a marvelous ride on a carousel. And just as she balanced on the brink of waking, she sensed something. Her heart was shaking. Was that unicorn ready to run? She seized the willow branch and struck it. Gone. On Christmas morning she rushed downstairs. The stockings were bumpy. Dolls sat in their chairs. Mechanical toys performing interesting tricks. One ballerina did 44 kicks. Then there were jigsaw puzzles and sleds and a bike, bracelets and books, and a broadcasting mic. Cynthia said thank you, but she felt forlorn. There was no sign of a unicorn. There was no place for a unicorn to hide unless... She rushed outside, and there, by the rose bush, what was that? Smaller than an elephant, larger than a cat, heavy-maned, swishy-tailed, snowy white? Cynthia's eyes got big and bright. Pacing up toward her, shy but willing, makes a sound that was thrilling. She flung her arms around him, kissed his ears, patted his nose, and burst into tears. What have you got there, Daddy teased. And Cynthia said, looking terribly pleased, a unicorn, but he's lost his horn. I bet it's a pony, Daddy said. But Cynthia pointed to a spot on his head. Look, right here, you can easily see. There's a little cowlick where his horn used to be. But it didn't fit right, or it wasn't quite tight, and he must have lost it in a unicorn fight. Such imagination, Mother was amused, but Cynthia wasn't a bit confused, and to prove to herself that it wasn't a dream, she ran to the kitchen for a bowl of cream. Wait, said her mother, cream's for a cat. Horses eat hay and oats. They don't like that. But Cynthia's unicorn swallowed it speedy. If he hadn't been so tiny, I might have said greedily, and flung his head as if to say, true flair for unicorns isn't hay. So that's how Cynthia came to be a little neighborhood celebrity, owners of a sweet-tempered unicorn that somehow, alas, had lost his horn, or assuming that the unicorn was only a dream, the owner of a pony who dines on cream. The end.